Good morning everybody, welcome back and Tom the Big Little Farmer. You join me today. Today I'm going to go to the local ploughing match. So it's a Sunday morning and the ploughing match, when we had the CF Moto U10 Pro on demo, it's at the same farm that I took that shooting. So I'm just on my feed in the cows, you can see the little weapon at the back there. So hang on. Also I've just opened the round bale. Now that we're finishing the start of this clamp, but it didn't go to plan this morning. When the bales are chopped in the baler and they're wrapped with plastic, they just disintegrate when you cut the plastic off. So these are my bales here. There's a little bit of concrete, hard concrete under there somewhere, but it didn't go to plan this morning. It's all over soil and all sorts, so we'll try not to get that mixed in. But I've also got to go to Brock Auction this morning because it was Brock's spring machinery sale yesterday, and I bought a set of dual wheels for the little weapon. Chances of us using them are very slim, but they were the right size. They just hook into them there. They've got like a star pattern. You can see those 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And the wheel has got a screw in the middle. Screw that in, star opens out and grabs on. So they were 70 quid. But it just means it was a little bit tender when I saw some fur or get on a little bit sooner rolling or anything like that. Makes a big difference having duals. So first come across dual, or really Liska family farm used to use these as dual Zeta Crystal back in the day for sowing till. But they used them a lot in New Zealand when I was out there. So, but yeah, first job's feed these cows. I'm going to go pick the wheels up, get some breakfast while we're there probably, and then on the way back we'll stop at the ploughing match. We'll take the drone, get the drone up, and we'll see some old vintage tractors ploughing. Probably should have taken my old International, the old 414 at Ransom's plough that we used for doing my dad's game covers and that when we're there in summer, spring, winter, whenever I ploughed it last time. Yeah, I've already done it this year. So ploughed it after the shooting season, so it'll be like February, March time, won't it? So right, anyway, we'll crack on, get these cows fed, and then we'll hit the road. So we're jobbed up now, so I'm just about to set off. I've got my trailer on. Trailer is on the back, we've got my ratchet straps. So we'll go and we'll go and show you these wheels that we've got first. Right, I'll put this down from about the plant road. So there's one at Ploughman off to ploughing match. I didn't just see what tractor it was. Was it a load Matty, I think? Yeah. We'll see if we can find him in a bit. So they're the wheels, and that's Jim's topper that was in sale last year that didn't sell. Job's a good one. Yeah, so I'm quite impressed with them. They work with that. They screw in and out. Well, if I do that, it's going to drop that. Just have to look on tight a bit now. But that pulls them in and out. So, yeah. She will look a beast with them on, won't she? Absolute weapon of a thing. Right, I'm going to get some breakfast because it'd be rude not to while we're here. So we're just going to try and find ploughing match now. I've taken the trailer home with the wheels and the topper on it. So this is Adam Thompson's land. Some nice winter wheat. Is it winter wheat that looks like? Doing nicely. Well, I'm not too sure. The signpost said ploughing match is this way, so but I haven't seen anything yet. Well, that field here looks like it's sprayed off, but oh no, sign still can keep going. So we're a great way from anywhere. Some cows out there, Eccles's. This is where that field there, that's where the motocross track used to be. If anyone ever came here, a lot of years ago, going back to the 20 years, we used to do a bit of motocross. The AMCA or whatever it was back then. We used to race here when we was kids. So, but I think this track's about 2 miles long. It's still telling me to go further on. So we're nearly end up at Garstang at this rate. So I found them all now. There's quite a few folk here, isn't there? A few tractors knocking about anyway. This is an old bus. Out to Fordson. Drag plough. They've all got the post, red and white post. That's to keep them straight, in straight line. They're really raking bits of straw up, so you don't have to bury trash. Must be waiting to set off. Won't start till 10 o'clock. Out International. Is he taking part as well? He'll win for speed. 7.5. I'm pretty sure that's same as my dad's plough. Pretty sure that's same. That's Ransom's plough, isn't it? Yeah. We see how they all get a bit different with their lift arm adjustments. That's so they can just drop it in. Quick to pull that lever. That'll drop front furrow in when they're opening up. When they start, they to plough. When they open out, they plough front furrow in and back furrow out. Then they turn around and come back with back furrow in and front furrow out. Then they go back again and turn it back over. Then they get judged on that, on their opening. Then they do, then I think they're 3 or 4, or do they do 10 runs, 5 each way. Then they get judged on that. And then they have to finish off. So, little Dexter. What sort of ploughs are you getting on it? He needs a slightly different adjuster on his lift arms, look. You get onto some bigger ones, that little old 4-hour, that might have hydraulic ones on. The grey Fergies up yonder. This fella just started, so he's back for her in, front for her out. And he's just trying to keep it perfectly straight. Because you get judged on straightness. So his front furrow is just scraping the floor. His back furrow is taking a good depth. What is he there? He's about, what's he? 3 inch. But they always stop when they adjust plough. They never keep going while they adjust it. So Matt here, he's just setting off. Little Dexter as well. So you got front furrows but not touching floor. I was just talking to fella on top of Dexter there. He was saying he was one of the first ones that made the adjusters for top at lift arm. It's about 25-30 years ago. So now they all have them. They said they use it for when they come out at end at furrow. When they draw up here onto the step, when you lift your wheel up, that lifts plough out. So he made the adjuster so that when he lifts his back wheel out, he can just alter it and drop plough down so plough doesn't lift out. I'll tell you something, this fella is pretty straight. Look at that. That's just following his poles. He's just jumped off now, take his pole out, put it to the side, look. That's pretty straight, is that? I'll give him that. The fellow at Fortin here with drag plough. So I don't know if the drag plough would be converted from horse ploughs originally. Because originally, like your horses would all be drag ploughs, wouldn't they? So, yeah, decent-ish depth again. Just checking his straightness. So they never drive forward while looking backwards, because as soon as you do that, you get off your line and you never get it back straight. And they want every furrow to be identical. So we're going to have a look over here. That looks like a 276, that's the same as Lisker scraper tractor. Or a 434, one of them. The 434 over side is forward. Forward tidy tractor. Not International, the 434. Now Dick Brown. Okay, done his first run, still altering his plough now to go back down. You happy with that, Matt?
Not too bad. It probably could have been a little bit deeper, but
Not bad for straightness. Great, it's not your field, don't matter. Power Araby next day too.
He will. We all got back and
Well, Adam's here with 5 for up back at New Holland to make a difference anyway. Is that your altering now then?
we'll put that back down.
Oh, you're going to drop the furrow down?
Where it's supposed to be.
Right, yeah. And unbolt it. Is this the one we saw on trailer? That 444 International here. 135. So I don't know if you can just see on this fella's start, but about there, it's not just quite straight. So we'll get knocked for that. That's the better start. So then what they'll do now is they'll come back and plough that into the bottom, and then he'll go back and put that on top. I think that's how they do it. Talk like I know what I'm doing, but I've never done it before. I've watched it a time or two. And Matt's got a decent start. International fella done this, is him that we're dead straight before. Like he knows what he's doing. Yeah, that's not bad. Now, I'm going to go and put a bigger jacket on because it's coasted in this field today. Brutal wind. Electric. This is on standard original gearbox. Yeah. That's a fair thing, isn't it? Like majority of ploughs are nearly all ransoms. Odd massive plough and maybe one David Brown at them. That's a David Brown, I'm back at David Brown, isn't it? But I think 90% of ploughs will be ransoms. He's making a decent job. Heard Ford's on a mission compared to Model International. He's not hanging around, must be getting near dinner time. Must be careful, he's just pulling in a bit at starts. Alright, Matt making a decent job to be fair to him. He's not hung about compared to everybody else. He's only done a few runs, but Matt's getting on, ain't he? Oh, what's he ploughed there? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 runs, is it? Either side. So they might judge that again now. and then he'll plough to the middle, so about here, somewhere like that, and then he'll be done. They said they're going to be done for 2 o'clock, so they're 4 hours to plough it. So the ground looks a little bit harder at this end. It's a little bit more clear, it's not just turning over as nicely. That's just a bit look at draw. Lads here at Little Muffield, he's struggling to get his front furrow to dig in. So you can actually see if I just take the camera around. I don't know if you can see on it, but you can see study here from soil here. It gets darker and darker and darker the soil as you get to the hill over there. It gets mossier does the soil as you go that way. So yeah, these lads look like they're just struggling a little bit compared to men at far end. Tidy out National 275. We're just in Summit. We all finished width, finished depth. Yeah, we're taking more width back further up front for him, ain't he? We'll start with tape measure, measuring it. Well, that masses away again. That's not far off right now. So both furrows are near enough identical here, same size. Tweaking something, taking a little bit too much maybe. Forever, all through every run it can be different. Going back up the side, you might need to narrow it up again or widen it a bit more, or all sorts. They're always altering them. He's not doing bad for it straightness either. With his whole run. Constantly tweaking them. I thought that was one of the best. Actually, I think it's probably drag plough's probably the best so far, in my eyes. You can count every furrow. This fella's probably been ploughing for, oh, we'll have to guess how many years. It's a good job, does that. Just pull that handle and it'll drop it back in. He's 85, is this fella. Very savage that, isn't it? And then when he sets off again, it'll pull it back out again. But it's a proper drag plough. I just asked him if it was converted from a horse one. He said it wasn't. No, it was purpose-built drag plough for behind tractor. He was telling me a story about how he bought it, come to buy it, was in a farm sale somewhere. He knew it was there, it'd been parked in been left in an end cabin for years. The fella would never sell it, and then there were a farm sale. Then he noticed it paper one day, there were a farm sale, he went and bought it. So I've just got back in the truck now. I'm going to go home because my hands are freezing. The wind is bitter. When clouds disappear and sun comes out, it's not so bad. But if sun goes in, that wind is freezing. So anyway, hope you like seeing a bit of the ploughing. If you have, don't forget to click that like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hang on. That's my Fed by Farmers podcast. Come back on. Let's pause that. So yeah, it's quite enjoyable to watch. I quite like watching old machinery like that. It is a dying art, isn't it? Not be long, you know, the oldest man there, well, I don't know if he was the oldest, but there's that fella at 85. A bit young, one at youngest. He's, what is he, 40 odd, bit old, a couple of years older than me. I know him, so yeah, might probably be the youngest one doing it, I would have thought. But yeah, not be long, a lot many people left to do that job, will there? So it's a bit of fun, bit of sport. But, yeah, right, anyway, home time. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, bye.